Hello there, and welcome back to the Donkey Kong Jungle Climber playthrough. Sorry this took so long, I had some college work to do. But anyway, yes, like I said the whole time, this puzzle is infamous and one of the hardest in the game, and as you can see I've already lost Diddy. How this puzzle works is this. I'm sorry the light's so bad, I don't know whether you can see it or not, but basically there is a boulder, and to get through the stage you have to roll that across the ground. However, it's not like the other boulder puzzles where you can just happily roll it along without no problems. There is some lava at the bottom of the screen, which every once in a while will rise to the top, and in order to avoid it, you have to get off the boulder and hang on for dear life on one of the pegboards that are hanging above the area. This is more difficult in so many ways, because obviously as the boulder's going forward that pulls you towards the lava, and so in order to avoid that you basically have to keep leaping up the boulder. So oh jeez, it is so frustrating because basically there's so much stuff you have to be careful of. So, and as you can see here, I'm now using the crystal banana crystal star to try and get through, and I've had to use two of them because the tunnel is so long that it often requires more than one to get through. So my advice for getting past that puzzle is try and get as far as you can by rolling the boulder normally, but then when you think you can't go any further, just use the crystal star to move on to the next level, because frankly I've never been able to complete this stage without the use of a crystal star. It is so freaking hard. Thankfully this next section isn't quite as hard, but it's still a tricky challenge. Basically, what you have to try and do is take all these rocks and throw them into the holes which are spewing out lava. By doing this, you not only gain an extra place to grab, you also cut off the flow of lava, which means you'll have more room to move about in, and well, yeah, and a lot more distance to fall before the lava kills you. And to get out of this particular part of the level, you need to move over the stones into the holes up there to give you more pegs. Let's see, I think there's something else I forget. Oh yes, overall there are two holes which are providing lava. There's like one at the beginning of this section and one towards the middle. If you block them both and then go down rather than up, you'll be led to a secret area that contains the DK coin. But I don't have time to show you that, but I do have time to show you this section, which is absolutely freaking terrifying. You're being chased by lava. Although, as you can see here, I'm moving so quickly that you can't actually see it, but trust me, the lava is slowly rising, so you better get the flying heck out. Actually, that section kind of reminds me of the level Toxic Tower from Donkey Kong Country 2. I wish I could say I have fond memories of that level, but I don't. That was one of my most hated levels in Donkey Kong Country 2. Ugh, I hate that so much. But yeah, to be honest, both of these games, they have. To be honest, this game does remind me of the Country games. As I've said before, it has the difficulty to match this, and although this is what I meant when I said at the beginning of the playthrough that some of the puzzles, whilst the levels at the start of the game are really easy to complete, it's levels like this that actually give a really tough challenge. I mean, the only reason I managed to get through them in one life is because I played them before and I had a load of crystal stars. Whether I'll be so lucky with this part, that remains to be seen. This next level is Kremling Dock, and once again we have the awesome music, which yeah, and like I said, I had a look at the sort of illegal game web, but I think it's called something like Ayagashi. I still have no idea what the heck that means, but oh well, I'll have a look for it some other time. I also need to look. Anyways, this puzzle is rather infuriating because, as you can see, the pegs don't move in any logical pattern, so you have to try and time your leaps and or barrel rolls just right so you can reach the next series of next series of pegs and move on for the level. The trick here is to basically grab the the trick is to grab the ones with the longest range so that you have a better chance of reaching it to the end. And of course you have to avoid neckies. Neckies are really evil in this game. Anyways, moving on to this next section, which, yeah, we've got one irritating Kremling who is chucking bombs down at us. Yep, this is exactly what I said in the last part. Kremlins can, well, it wasn't the last part actually, it was a few parts back, but anyway, basically Kremlins can sometimes become the most irritating enemies. Because more often than not, they're the enemies most likely to kill you because they can do practically everything you can do. And now that we've killed him, we can just use him to make a desperate lunge toward the DK coin. Look at it. Shiny, shiny DK coin. Although it's mostly used for getting cheats in this game, rather than unlocking the Lost World. And like I said before, I will show you the Lost World levels, although they don't really have an impact on the game's story as such. They're just extra challenges for you to try and complete. Yes. The next part of this level has two rather irritating features on it. Hot steam jets and those contraptions, which I just barely avoided that, which is basically just drops the gigantic crane thing on their ass. Although I think the crane might be a shutter, but anyway, it activates this spike like clamp thing, which basically drops down upon you and will kill you instantly. However, if you're smart, you'll be able to find, as I've done many times in this part, which is basically you find the switch, which you have to press open with both hands, and what you do then is you can basically hit the Kremlin in one shot, which is always fun. And I would have commented on it earlier when I was actually doing that, but sadly I was too busy raving on about other stuff. I've really got a lot to learn in this. Anyway, that explosion was close. Yeah, for this particular section, it's another one of these Chuck Bombs at Kremling stages, which, whilst I said before, they aren't incredibly hard, but can be frustrating. I mean, come on, that last explosion, it was clearly touching him, but oh well, they're not exactly hard, but they can be frustrating, as it's again all about the angle and all about those ruddy bombs going off at exactly the right moment. And now we just need to open the door, which we just need to go over to the switch where the Kremlin was. There you go. Sorry this part was so dull. Join me next time when we take on a boss. See you then.